Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning,
Welcome
Phyllis.
to the Empowered Morning Show, baby. Good morning, Regina.
Good morning.
How are you? Listen, I'm laughing. I'm over here to the beat, girl. Like, yes, come on, Empowered Morning Show. I ain't shared the broadcast. I ain't tagged nobody. I ain't did nothing. I'm like, Lord, help me.
I know that happens to me too. Sometimes I get all zoned out and I'm like, wait a minute, I'm supposed to be sharing. I'm supposed to be
sharing. While I'm asking everybody else to share, I need to be doing my own share. Good morning, Miss Doris. Good morning. Good morning. Good to see you, Miss Phyllis. Good morning. Good morning. I hope y'all had an amazing weekend. Y'all said we flying. I was going to say we flying solo, but we flying together without Dr. Sparkle this morning because y'all know her birthday was yesterday, baby. So she has been showing out. So y'all pray for her traveling mercies as she is on the road. And I'm sure we'll see her back here tomorrow.
We will.
But in the midst of that, today is a good day to be empowered. Good morning, Cynthia Lewis. Good to see you. Good to see you. Regina, how was your weekend?
It was good. You know what? I enjoyed myself with my sister so much. You know what I'm saying? Just to unwind, eat some good food, some music. It was good to be, and we were empowered on that night.
Yes, I think we had a fabulous time. And it's good when you celebrate. You know, y'all is always happy and hyped up. She always good to go. And so for her, being around that energy is contagious. As she says, sprinkling sparkles everywhere she goes.
Yeah, we
that
did.
was such a good time. But I'm gonna back it up because earlier that day, I don't see Reverend Pat on yet, but the sisterhood chat. Oh my
gosh, yes.
It was amazing. I'm telling y'all, Reverend Pat kicked off the sisterhood chat. Good morning, Kathy. Good morning, Farika. Cynthia said, yes, it was really good. So we got a chance to see Cynthia. So Cynthia was on both the sisterhood chat, and then she was visiting. She said, "Honey, oh my goodness, with the sisterhood chat. If y'all have not or don't know anything about it, please make sure." Miss Doris said, "Yes, it was amazing." Farika said, "It was awesome." Reverend Pat did her thing with that. I'm telling y'all, a safe space for us to come and talk. And the theme was love, lust, and lies. And ladies, y'all already know when you hear that title, you already know some of the things that we've talked about or you've had to deal with, or some of the things that you grew up seeing that position you to deal with stuff that you may not would have otherwise, or you stayed somewhere longer than you needed to. Cynthia said, "Honey, I wish could have been recorded to reference back because it was just that good." You hear me?
Good.
So shout out to everybody who showed up for that. And just know that that was the first one. So it doesn't stop there. G said, "An awesome weekend. Good morning, beautiful queens."
Yes.
Good morning. Miss Doris said, "Ordained and timely." Thank you, Farika. She said, "I did my thing. I do a little something. Yes, thank you. We just had a good time talking about life and relationships and the things that you deal with, why and why not. And so, we had some transparent moments from some people, and I think breakthroughs for other people
Oh,
And it's
definitely.
in a good space to really do that, right? And so, really glad to have had the opportunity. So, shout out to you for the sisterhood chat, Kathy. If you can
Yes.
on there, I believe the next one is on February the 8th. But if you can find that information and drop it in this chat, I sure
Yes.
appreciate it. I appreciate it. So listen, y'all know Sparkle's not here, but me and Regina finna run on with this thing. Because what I wanted to talk about today was don't count me out.
Don't.
Don't count me out. And don't let anybody count you out. What
Right.
I mean by that is so many people that try and tell you what you can and cannot do. Good morning, Katrina. What you can and cannot do, right? But nobody can tell you about your dream. Nobody can tell you your desires. Nobody can tell you when it's late for you to start a project or start anything, right? Don't let people count you out just
Mm-hmm.
because you don't have the money, just because you
Right.
don't have the credit, just because you
Right.
don't have the education, just
Right.
because you're not married, just because you don't have kids, just because you're older. Stop letting people count you
Right.
out. Or more importantly, don't count yourself out. Things that you dreamed back when you were a young girl or a young guy, don't count yourself out now just because you're in your 40s, just because you're in your 50s, just because you're in your 60s. Because guess what? There's so many things that have happened in our time with technology, with other things, you know what I'm saying, that people are doing. And good morning, Miss Patricia. Thank you so much for being on this morning, Miss. That's right. Don't count me out.
Count me out.
Has went in even to say DD3, which is her branding of divine destiny by design. God
Mm-hmm.
said he has a plan for us in Jeremiah 29 and 11. So, with that being said, don't count yourself out. Stop letting people count you out. If God has a
Exactly.
plan for you, then you can definitely
Mm-hmm.
have what you say you want to have. Do what you say you want to do. I want to give y'all some people who have done some things in their later life, right? Colonel Sanders started the franchise KFC in his 60s after facing
Okay,
numerous
now 60.
business ventures. In his 60s, Ray Kroc, who's the guy that took over McDonald's and built it into a global empire, that was in
Yep.
his 50s.
50s.
Samuel Jackson, he started
Oh yeah,
acting
he was late.
and got major acting success in his 40s after struggling for years.
Yep.
Um, Martha Stewart built her lifestyle empire in her 40s.
Mm-hmm.
Let me go down here to a couple of other people that these people started in their later time of years, but these people started with no formal background or training. And
Mm-hmm.
Ms. Doris said, honey, my latter shall be greater than my
That's right.
past. I am in my latter. And
Yep.
Fareed said, wow, yes, that's dope. Amazing. What an encouragement. Steve Jobs, who was with Apple Incorporated. He dropped out of Reed College after 6 months and co-founded Apple. It revolutionized technology, the way that we see iPhones, iPads, Mac computers, all those things.
Right.
He
And
dropped
you know
out of
what?
college in 6 months. Well, let me go back to, if y'all know Richard Branson is with the Virgin Group. He dropped out of school at age 16 because he had dyslexia and built an empire with music, travel, and telecommunications.
Believe it.
Uh, Oprah Winfrey left college early to pursue her career in media. Y'all know she's a global media mogul that launched her own network and is considered one of the most influential women in the world.
Even Maya
Um,
Angelou.
girl, even Maya Angelou. But let me go back to I was going to talk Madam C.J. Walker. She
Yep.
was a self-made millionaire. She didn't have any formal education in that. She was a self-taught person and built a hair care empire, becoming one of the first female self-made millionaires in the United States. Let me tell
Mm-hmm.
you, nothing can stop you if you don't let it. Dave Thomas, who was the founder of Wendy's, dropped out of high school at the age of 15. He founded Wendy's, which is one of the largest fast food chains in the world. He went back and got his GED just to show an example for young people. I'm saying all these names and telling you all these things because nothing should, don't count me out on what I can do or what I can't do. Don't count me out because I don't have a 4-year degree. Don't count me out because I don't have the title of CEO or CFO
Right.
or COO. Don't count me out because I'm almost 60 years old. I can
Mm-hmm.
do what I want to do, have what I want to have. It's never too late. Aaliyah had the song Age Ain't Nothing But a Number. What
Number.
are
Ain't
you
it nothing but a
dreaming
number,
about?
baby. Ain't nothing
Age
but a
ain't nothing
number.
but a number. Look at Regina. Regina went out here and did the 5K run on Martin Luther King Day, but Regina has the body and the fitness and the mentality of a 20-year-old. It's people out here in their early 20s that can't keep up with her. Good morning,
Mm-hmm.
Shannon.
Mm-hmm.
Stop letting other people define you by where you are in your life right now.
Right.
Just because you don't have it today doesn't mean that you're not going to have it in 2 years, 5 years, 10 years. You may not be a homeowner now, but that doesn't mean you can't be.
Right. It's a mindset.
It's
When
a
there's a will, there's
mindset.
a way. When there's a will,
Where
there's a
there's a
way.
will, there's a way. I love that. Can't stop, won't stop. Don't count me out just because I got 5 kids, just because I have a GED, just because my credit score is 448, whatever it is.
Right.
Stop letting
Right.
people count you out because of
Mm-hmm.
where your current circumstances are.
Right.
Reinvent yourself. You
You
can do
got
that
to.
every single year. You can reinvent who you are, who you're becoming.
Right. And you know what? A lot of times, too, sis, a lot of times that we put our own stipulations on ourselves because what happens is we get so bogged down what society wants for us that we,
Mm-hmm,
we we tend to realize that, you know what? We are all born with the intelligence that we have already. Y'all know that,
mm-hmm,
right? So all
mm-hmm,
you're doing is enhancing when you go to whether you're going to college or whatever, you're just enhancing what's already in you. There's something that you can learn new every day. It doesn't mean you have to go and get a course. There's libraries. You can go to the library and get whatever you want if you wanted to learn. Let me give you an example. When I wanted to learn about MRI, CT scans, and bone density machines, because at that time I was scheduling procedures. I didn't want to just know, I didn't just want to schedule the procedure. I wanted to know why I was scheduling it. You know what I did? I went to the library. I got things on the MRI. I got things on CTs. I got things on bone density. I read it. And you know what? I had full understanding and knowledge. What? And it was free. It was a choice. You can educate yourself. Somebody shouldn't tell you that you have to educate yourself. Education doesn't just stop once you even get out of school. You have to continue. It's your responsibility to educate yourself. So we all have it. It's just a
mm-hmm.
choice.
And I'm glad you pointed that out, Regina, because people don't think about Google has so much information. Now you have Chat GPT that you can put a question in and it's going to spout you
Hello?
out a whole bunch of stuff. Everybody just check the chat. Kathy's putting up the information for the next sisterhood chat and how you can
Okay.
register. So just make sure you go in there and click that so you can learn how to show up for us with the next meeting. But
Exactly.
Google, YouTube University,
All of
Google
it.
has information. People have written books about things if you want to learn about it. There's so much. We're in an information age. Whatever you want to do, whatever you have a passion for, you
It's
can go
there.
in and you can hone in on that. You can do what you need to do to take advantage of that. But stop letting people count you out. It's not too late. I'm gonna go back up here because Cynthia made the comment that she never thought she would own her own home by herself.
Now
And
look,
she
sis.
did.
Now look.
Now look,
See?
what are
Now
you,
look.
what is in your mind that you want to do
You can
that
do it.
now you're gonna do it now? That you're not worried about what society says. You're not worried about what the ex-husband said. You're not worried about what your mom and your grandmama told you. You're not worried about anything other than it's my time. It's
That's
my
right.
season. And if I
That's
want
right.
to do it, I'm going to make it happen. Period.
And you can, and that's the mentality we need to have for 2025. No, no, I'm gonna do it. You can do it. You literally can do it. It's just a matter of the commitment that you're willing to put out to do it. You know what I'm saying? And get rid of the excuses. Because like I said, when there's a will, there's a way. It just depends how bad do you want it. You know what I'm saying? How bad do you want it? Sometimes you have to do things temporarily until you can get to something permanently. But how bad do you want it? You know,
That's the
it's just like
thing.
some people have to get a part-time job. Do they want to get a part-time job? No, but they're doing it temporarily so they can get over a hump, so they can accomplish some stuff, that so they can build a savings. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Sometimes it takes sacrifice to get where you want to go. But one
Of
of the
course.
things it says, you have to have persistence because success doesn't have an expiration date.
No,
Reverend
ever.
Pat just told us last week about graduating. She graduated. She didn't let anything stop her from moving forth and getting her education. You know, it's people who say, oh, I
Mine's
wish I could
still
go back
sharp
to
at her
school.
age.
Mine's
Mine's
still
still
sharp.
sharp.
Things still, that's why the sisterhood chat was
Still
created. That
relevant.
is
Still relevant.
still relevant. That is what you need to understand, that nobody can count you out but
Ever.
you. You are the only one. Yes, persistence and consistency, as Cynthia said. If you want a body that's body yaddy yaddy, then you need to be consistent. It's not too late. Regina is a
Ever.
woman. I think you were showing. I've seen her around. I've seen several things. You know, she's in her 70s, I believe. She may be early
Ernestine
80s.
Shepherd, honey, she's in her 90s and she started at 50.
Girl,
Bad to the bone, baby. In
bad to the
90s,
bone.
she's bad to the bone.
Body is bad. And this is the thing. She didn't let it stop her. She decided that I'm going to work on me and I'm going to have a body that other
I
people will
want.
envy, because she gets out there and she's consistent and she showed up for herself. Somebody might say, you too old to be out here lifting weights. You too
Mm-hmm.
old to be. Cynthia said, honey, and she looks good. She
And you know why
does.
she did it? She did it because her sister developed cancer.
Wow.
And there was a why for her. Like, you know what? Like, I got to do better because somebody close to me has cancer. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
There was a why for me. I had sickness all around me, within my family. I didn't want to be like, I did not want that. I didn't want that generational curse of family history, as they say when you go to the doctor's office and they start
Right,
asking
right.
family history. I'm not that family history. I'm not the same ones that are going to keep eating the same things, doing the same things, because that's what this is what was taught and we were learned. I got to break the cycle somewhere. It's not going to
Absolutely.
be a family history with that. We're going to have some positivity.
And this is a thing too. We got to be mindful of, there's a way that seems right to man, but God's way is the one that supersedes. So
Oh,
for everybody, maybe college is not for you. Maybe you already have some skills that you can develop
mhm.
to take you to your dream.
That's
Don't
right.
let people count you out just because you didn't finish high school. You know how many entrepreneurs out here who have business acumen, who have organizational skills, who are good with money, who are good with numbers, who know how to go out here and say, you know, a little this with this and this and that.
Work
And now
ethic.
I've got body oils and scented lotions and soaps and things that people love. Somebody out here, somebody your grandmama taught you how to sew, and now you can go out here and make clothes and make people think like, oh my God,
Honey,
this looks like couture. Then you got people out here who can bake food, baby, and bake a cake,
man,
and everybody's like, oh my God, this is the best cake in the world. And
there's
you can
always
start.
opportunity to make money, sis. You know what I'm saying? It's just a matter
Uh-huh,
of how you see it. I'm gonna be honest with you. I see an opportunity in just about anything to sell.
uh-huh.
That's just something that I've always, somebody tell me like this. I said, and they'll tell me, and I said, you know what? And I find myself telling them a lot. You can really make some good money, doing this. You could probably do this. And next thing I know, there was like, it's just a hobby. It don't have to be just a hobby. It could take
Right.
you out of financial debt somewhere. It could take you from working a 9 to 5. But a lot of times people don't think that way, sis. They don't think that, what I do so naturally could be a business.
Absolutely. But at the end of the day, stop counting yourself out,
Please do.
because it
Please
doesn't
stop.
matter how old you are. God can still give you witty inventions. He can still help you with your mind being sharp enough to go out here and do
Yes.
what you want to do. Kathy said at the age of 53, I went back to school and got my high school
Wow.
diploma. And then at the age of 56, I started my own baking business called Sweet Bees Desserts. And now
Okay.
I'm in seminary school working towards getting a bachelor's degree in biblical studies.
Okay.
That's what I'm talking about, Kathy. Don't
Okay,
let any
Kathy the
grass
goat.
grow under
Kathy
your
the goat.
feet.
Let's get it, girl.
Let's go and get it. Miss Georgia, you have to look outside the box.
Yep.
It's never too late to write that book. It's never too late to start that business. It's never
Never.
too late to, I was telling Regina earlier, you know how some people may say, well, girl, I'm too old to have a baby. If you want a baby, you may not physically be in a position to drop it out of your womb, but you can adopt. You don't have to not want to be a mother and
Right.
think you can't have a child. It's so many kids out here that are being born that want a good home and need a good
And
home.
surrogate mothers. We learned about
Surrogate
that too.
mothers,
There's surrogate mothers
exactly.
out there still to
Don't
today.
give up on your dreams. Stop counting yourself out. Stop letting people tell you, oh, you had a baby at 14, girl, you just have ruined your life. No, that is
No,
not the
please.
case. We
At
gotta
all.
stop letting people count us out and tell us what we can and cannot do. You
You
got to
know?
show up for yourself. Whatever it is that's in your heart, show up for yourself and make it happen and stop letting people tell you otherwise.
Right. Because all that does is, you know what I'm saying? And that takes from your being authentic, your of who you are when we listen on the outside of people's doubts because they wouldn't do it or they could not do it. You know what? If I listened to everybody that said that I wasn't going to be nothing, you know what? I probably wouldn't have been nothing. But I had some good sense at a young age to know you can't tell me what I cannot do. I'm gonna do what I want to do, whether it was good or bad. My mind said I'm doing it, so you might as well sit there and waste, hold your breath because I'm doing it, and
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna push me
Mm-hmm.
more to do it and show
Exactly.
you that you know what. Since you thought I couldn't do it, now I got to show you that I can do it because I already knew what I can do it. Because since I don't have a cheerleader or people who have my back, I gotta have my. That's another thing. You got to realize it's about you. It's you have to have your back. You're not always going to have the cheerleading squad that's going to support you, and it shouldn't matter because you matter for yourself. I think it was I don't know which one of you guys were saying. Somebody was saying that you know what I'm happy to be like I fulfill myself.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? I'm gonna be happy regardless whether I have somebody in my life or I don't. You know what I'm saying? But our happiness comes from within. Our choices come from within. So whatever it is that we want to do, it comes within. We can't worry about if somebody's gonna give an opportunity to us. No, we make an opportunity. We make an opportunity. Let's say you have that good
Exactly.
that you can cook and all this other stuff. You know how many places when where I worked in hairdressing and people brought their foods into the people who were sitting there to get their hair done. So they had meals because they were going to be there about 2 to 3 hours from getting a relaxer, from getting a hair rinse, from getting their hair done. They
Mm-hmm.
were in there 3 hours. They would come on Saturdays and they were making a killing. They didn't
Girl,
have a restaurant. They didn't have no overhead.
space
All
and
they had to do was cook food.
opportunity. Space and opportunity to do
That's it.
what you want to do. Look and find the void and then step into it. But whatever it is that you want in life, don't make excuses for why you can't have what you want to
Eggs.
have or do what you want to do. Stop counting yourself out
Right.
because you can make it happen. It's so many examples, it was saying, you have to trust God's plan and his
That's
timing.
it. That's it.
And for a lot of people, maybe you said, well, I had a dream of doing this, and then, had children and life started lifing.
Right.
And that happens for a lot of people. But
Right.
maybe
Shoot.
that wasn't the time for you to start, but maybe now is.
And that was me. I raised my kids. I gave everything that I had from running from practices to running from sports to everything. And then I said, you know what? It's my time. I didn't raise my kids. They're well. Hey, they're doing well. I got to do what I loved. And I'm still capable of doing it. So I'm going to invest in to do it. And I'm doing it. I'm living my best life. Why? Because I
Yeah.
chose to.
It's time to stop sitting on the sidelines of your life
I will
and
not.
get in the game. I don't care how old you are. It's some people who've never been married. You might not get married till you're 62. Guess what? That's okay.
And some
It's
people
time
probably
to
thought
make
we wouldn't have an
ends.
Empower Morning Show together, sis.
Thank you.
Hello, we are literally, we are on an Empower Morning Show because God divined it. Because you know what? Because we believed in enough to be here to empower women, to empower men, to empower children. We are here in a place to empowerment because it's always been in us. Trust me, me and Angela did empowering years ago on a
Mhm.
different platform, y'all. Who
Yes.
would have ever known that we will be on this platform doing something that is in our heart that we love to do, that we're passionate about. It just didn't stop. God already had a plan for us.
This Doris said by DD3, Divine Destiny by
Yes.
Design. This is the thing. It doesn't matter how old you are. Nobody can stop you but you. Start pursuing your dreams. Stop sitting by and sitting on the couch and thinking like, okay, life is over. I'm
What?
just gonna ride it on out for however much time I have. No, if you want to travel the world, get you a
Travel the world.
passport and start traveling the world. Cynthia said,
That's
keep
it.
going. G said, right, get in the game. You are the star player. You
That's it,
gotta see
sis. We are the
you
star
as the
player.
star player. It's things that people have been telling you you are good at. Make
Exactly. To
it
stop existing and
happen
live.
for you. Tammy says, stop existing and
Exactly. I'm
live.
living. I'm living.
You gotta live because I'm telling you, we don't know when our last day is. And I don't want to go out and then they tell
Shh.
me, oh, it was so many things that we had for you that God had already designed,
No.
but you sit down. Uh-uh.
I
No,
want it. Yeah, we're gonna do it now. We're
we're
gonna
gonna
do
do
it
it
now.
now. I
Whatever my
want to
heart
leave here
desires, we're doing it
empty.
now.
G has
Hey,
said something before. What is it? Empty of all the gifts God gave me. I want to
hey.
leave out of here having seen the world. I want to leave out of here being able to inspire somebody. I want to leave out of here being able to embrace my and loving my husband and enjoying
Yeah.
our life together,
That's
enjoying
it.
my children,
That's it.
grandchildren.
That's
Whatever
it.
that looks like, starting a business, buying rental properties, whatever it is that you want to do, don't
You
let
can do
anybody
it.
count you out. Get out here and do it. Show people what you made of and stop letting society make you think, oh, girl, you better hurry up and get married because you know that your biological clock is ticking.
Right. And you know what? Let me tell
Say
you
it.
something. I don't know, one of my businesses that I own, but my barbershop, and I'll never forget what I said. I said, I want to have elite clientele and I want to be an exclusive barber, meaning
Mm-hmm.
that I'm booked up, both me and my son, we're booked up 6 weeks on the
Come
books.
on.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Before they get up out of the chair, they are already setting an appointment that even when I do have walk-ins coming in, we're so booked up so far out to where it's like, okay, where can we fit you in? But they sit there and they're like, man, you guys are busy. What it is that they know that they're sitting with an elite. People like that.
They do.
Busy. And they're sitting, I'm with these people. It's hard for me to get in. So they're always, man, it's so hard for me to get in. We got to book when we're here. Exactly.
We said, I can't wait. I got to go ahead and get my name on a book while there's an opening because
And
they're
I don't
not
have to
waiting.
work long hours. Work smarter, not harder. You see what I'm saying? I don't have to
Mm-hmm.
slave behind a chair for
Mm-hmm.
hours up until the late evenings. I can have a decent life to set my schedule, and within that time frame, I can get all I can get because you know what? I'm booked up.
Booked and busy, baby, but busy in a good way. I'm gonna go back and
Set your
catch this
mind.
comment. Tammy said, "Be so busy living that you go to the graveyard empty." G said, "I'm dying." You hear me?
Hello?
Don't leave anything on the table, but people
Nothing.
will count you out. You know what I'm saying? You could have been married to somebody or used to date somebody, and they be like, child, they ain't gonna never be nothing, honey. You can go on and have them. You can go on and have her.
Keep talking.
And watch them flip the script on you and go
Right.
out here and do some things
And
that
that's
will
why
blow
you're
your
with me
mind.
when they say that. But you're with the nobody, right? You're with the
Right.
nobody. So if I go out, I'm gonna be nobody. Well, then I should have been nobody when you're with me. You know what
You
I'm
see,
saying? So you already know I'm somebody.
you already
You're
know
just
the
afraid to lose
potential.
somebody because you are possibly the nobody. Girl, please.
Listen, you got to get your mindset on living your life to the full.
To the fullest
And it doesn't matter what your circumstances look like today. They
at
don't have
all.
to be there next week, next month, next year,
Nope.
but you don't have to wait for your 5 and 10 year plan. Get
You're
started
not your
today.
reality. You're not your reality. You know what I'm saying? They're just define what it is. I already know. You know what I'm saying? It's just a process that we have to go. We have to trust the process.
Trust the process and know that. you can reinvent yourself at any age.
Any day.
Your
Any day.
mind is still sharp enough to go out here and start a business. You can start a landscape business, car washing business. You can
Anything.
start a house cleaning business. You can start, like Kathy said, baking goods. You can go out here and turn nothing into something. It may look small to one person, but it's about to take you to a whole nother level. Stop sitting on your gifts and talents. Stop sitting on your dreams and stop not stop just looking through books, wanting to say, oh wow, looking at other people. Like, oh, I've always wanted to go to Jamaica. I've always wanted to, be those people in Greece with a flying dress. I always want
Right.
to, go do this. Don't just always want. Now is the
Do.
time for you to do.
Right.
Be
Do.
bold in this season. We were talking about being bold because God didn't give you a spirit of fear. So stop counting yourself out
Hello.
and thinking that this is all it's going to be. No, it's so much more. If you still breathing, you still got time. If you woke up this morning, put some things in place.
That's it.
Start working on some things that you need to work on. If you feel like that's what you want to do about
Mm-hmm.
going back to school, then reach out and find out, what do I need to do to take this course?
Right.
Who offers that I can go in and
Right.
take it so I can start this business? Who can I intern with? You can pick it up and say, you know what, I've always wanted to have a media company. Can I volunteer with you to see what you do so that I
Exactly.
can have my own? What do you who can you show up for and say, well, you know what, I've always loved doing hair, never got a license to do it, but everyone told me I'm so good at it.
Right.
Start now.
Start
Do what
now.
you
All
need.
right.
Kathy said,
Definitely.
Genesis 12:2 says, I will make you a great nation. I will bless you and make your name great, and you shall be a
And
blessing.
that's true.
And
That
point
is
blank,
true.
Kathy, there was a perfect ending.
Thank you.
You shall be a blessing. When you believe God and you know that God has put something inside of you, God don't make no junk. What they say, God creates big things, baby. When he created you, he
Big.
said it was good. So be the good thing that you're supposed to be. Stop letting people who have told you, the naysayers and the doubters, that told you
Mm-hmm.
it's time for you to show them what you made of. It's time for you to show them, because it's time for you to say, like Miss Phyllis said, I believe God. I believe in
That's
who He
it.
created me to be, and I'm not going to count myself out. It's time to be all gas, no brakes. Go out here and live your best life ever, because you
Ever.
only get this chance one day, and then this day is going to be gone. It's going to be another
Right.
day.
And you're not gonna know no way. You're not gonna know no way when the good Lord take you home. You're not gonna know. So live your life.
Live your life. So listen, that is it for our time, Brother Pat. I don't know if I can't remember if you're on this week or not, but y'all know, check the page, daily devotional with Reverend Pat. You can go to Bisson Baptist Church, you can go to Pat Flowers, you can go to the We Empower Network, multiple places for you to catch her.
No
Go, if you
excuse.
have not registered for the Sisterhood
Chat.
chat. Kathy put
Sisterhood
the
chat.
information in here. Please go back and catch that so that you can be a part of that. It was amazing. It was awesome
It was needed.
on it. And then y'all come back tomorrow, because we'll be here for another session of the Empowered Morning Show. Y'all blessed, because I believe God. Do you believe God?
I believe God.
Hey, enjoy
Good
your day.
morning, Dad.
Bye, y'all.